After facing a 2025 second round exit, the Golden State Warriors find themselves with uncertainty about the team's future. And with about a month left until the start of the season, things are looking even shakier for the team. What's going on, basketball fans? The Jonathon Kuminga situation in Golden State is absolutely wild right now, and we need to talk about it because this could completely change the Warriors' entire season before it even starts. Look, the number one story in the NBA right now is Jonathon Kuminga and the Golden State Warriors being locked in this absolutely insane months-long contract standoff. And guys, this standoff is threatening everything the Warriors are trying to accomplish this season. We're in mid-September. Training camp literally starts in 2 weeks. They still don't have Kuminga signed. The October 1st qualifying offer deadline is breathing down everyone's necks, and the Kuminga situation is holding up their entire roster construction. But we're finally getting some concrete updates on what's been happening behind the scenes. And honestly, it's messier than you think. For those of you who might not know the full situation, Jonathon Kuminga is what's called a restricted free agent. That means he can go out and sign with another team if he wants, but the Warriors get to match any offer he gets. Here's the problem though. It's mid-September. There's basically no money left in the league for other teams to throw at him. And it was already a pretty limited free agency market to begin with. So essentially, Kuminga has to negotiate with the Warriors to get paid. And the Warriors have to keep Kuminga because they don't want to lose him for nothing. But here's the kicker. Neither side really wants to be in this position. They're basically stuck together, and it's creating this really uncomfortable dynamic. Now, whenever you have a negotiation that drags on this long, you know both sides have leverage. The Warriors have the power of restricted free agency. Kuminga literally can't leave unless they let him. Plus, they're the only team that can offer him real money beyond the qualifying offer. They've already put a 3-year, $75.2 million offer on the table with a team option. And that's not exactly pocket change. But Kuminga, his leverage is time. Every day we get closer to training camp, every day we get closer to that October 1st deadline, the Warriors get more nervous. They need to sign this dude to finalize their roster, and Kuminga knows it. So what's actually holding this whole thing up? It all comes down to one thing, that team option. The Warriors offered Kuminga 3 years and $75.2 million, but year 3 has a team option. Basically, the Warriors want an escape hatch. If Kuminga has a bad season, gets hurt, or doesn't develop the way they hope, they can just let him walk in 2027. And look, I get it from Golden State's perspective. They're not 100% sure what Kuminga's ceiling is. They want to keep him because they can't replace him as an asset, and they've got Steph, Draymond, and this whole championship timeline compressed into the next few seasons. They don't want to be locked into a long-term deal if it doesn't work out. But from Kuminga's side, hell no. He wants guaranteed money. He's dealt with an inconsistent role in Golden State, questions about his development, his fit with the team. If things go south, he wants control over where he goes next, and he wants to know that whatever money he signs for, he's actually going to get it. Here's where it gets even more interesting. When it became clear that Kuminga wasn't budging on the team option thing, the Warriors started exploring sign and trade possibilities. Makes sense, right? If you're not sure you want to pay a guy $25 million a year, at least get something back for him instead of losing him for nothing. But plot twist, the Warriors have now shut the door on all sign and trade possibilities. Every single one. And honestly, as someone who covers this stuff, I'm scratching my head here. If there were legitimate offers on the table for a player you're not sure about paying, why didn't you take those deals 2 months ago instead of creating all this drama? So where does that leave us? Well, with signing trades off the table, we basically have two paths forward, and neither one is great for anybody. Path 1, the Warriors cave and give Kuminga the guaranteed money he wants. Path 2, Kuminga takes the nuclear option, the qualifying offer. And guys, path 2 is looking more and more likely every day. The qualifying offer is worth $7.9 million for 1 year. And if Kuminga takes it, he becomes an unrestricted free agent next summer. No team options, no restrictions, just pure market value. From Kuminga's perspective, I actually get why this is appealing. You take a 1-year pay cut, you bet on yourself to have a good season, and then next summer, you get to go wherever you want for whatever money the market will pay you. But let's be real about the risks here. What if Kuminga gets hurt? What if the Warriors limit his role because they know he's leaving after 1 year? What if he doesn't get the opportunities he needs to showcase his value? Taking the qualifying offer is basically organizational burning. It guarantees he's gone after this season. And for the Warriors, if Kuminga takes the qualifying offer, they get 1 year to either convince him to stay or trade him at the deadline. But the qualifying offer makes him way less trade friendly because it's a smaller salary that's harder to match. And teams know he might be available for free next summer anyway. Here's what makes this whole situation even crazier. We're running out of time. Training camp starts in less than 3 weeks. The October 1st deadline for the qualifying offer is just 1 week after that. Somebody's going to have to blink, and they're going to have to blink soon. And I think that's exactly why we're getting all these reports right now. All these leaks about ongoing negotiations, increased offers, behind the scenes drama. This stuff doesn't come out randomly. Someone's trying to apply pressure. Someone's trying to manage the narrative, and it tells us just how stuck both sides really are. Look, here's the bottom line. And this is the part that's honestly kind of fascinating from a basketball business perspective. This is clearly a relationship that neither side is thrilled about, but both sides feel like they have to navigate. The Warriors don't necessarily want to commit $75 million to Kuminga over 3 years, but they also don't want to lose him for nothing after investing years in his development. And I don't think Kuminga necessarily wants to be in Golden State long term either. He wants to be somewhere with a bigger role, more opportunities, a clearer path to stardom. But because of how restricted free agency works, because of how this offseason has played out, they might end up stuck together for another year, whether they like it or not. And that's where we are right now, mid-September. Training camp 2 weeks away, hard deadlines approaching, and they still can't figure out how to make this work. Someone's going to have to compromise, or we're heading straight for that qualifying offer scenario that probably leaves everybody a little bit unhappy. What do you think is going to happen? Should Kuminga take the qualifying offer and bet on himself? Should the Warriors just give him the guaranteed money? What are your opinions about the future for Golden State? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to SCM for more sports content, and hit that notification bell so you'll never miss when we drop a new video. Until next time, keep hooping.